Welcome to the ITM podcast.
This is episode 345 of the ITM podcast, the official Boston Red Sox podcast of international tournament play. My name is Joey Copponi, that is Scott Neville, and the Boston Red Sox have infiltrated the World Baseball Classic and are currently just supplying all of the stars, all of the main characters of this here WBC. Scott, how you doing?
Good, dude. We made it. Team USA. We did it again. Never a doubt.
Well, yeah, never worry, never doubt. Never worry, never doubt. America's pastime. America's
had
game.
It all under control. We had it under control.
This is the plan all along. This is exactly how we all saw it going, is that we needed to make sure Italy beat Mexico in order for us to advance. All right, dude, that's actually a great place to start with the Mark DeRosa stuff. What's your thought, in case the people at home missed it? Mark DeRosa just incorrectly stated, it was important to us for us to win the game, even though we had already punched our ticket to the semifinals. Untrue. Not true. Not true at all. They didn't punch their ticket till about 10 minutes ago as of recording time. They have been waiting on a run differential difference to advance through this pool. What was your take on that? What was your first thought when you heard that?
It's one of the most I feel like typically in these scenarios you root for some crazy storyline and it turns out it's not actually as crazy as you want it to be, and that he actually didn't know what he was talking about, and there was some quote mix up or whatever, some bad quote card, something like that. I had an old media member reach out and be like, I can't believe this is actually a real story. Like, literally just emailed me just to be like, this is wild. Mm-hmm. I think the thing that is crazy to me is that he followed that up by saying he misspoke after the game when they lost, which I was thinking about like how to put this. And I think the closest thing I could say is like, usually when I had a friend text me about how he's locked in on the NFL trade deadline, and he meant to say free agency. That's like a little like word. You messed up your wording, and you actually meant one thing, not the other. When you say we've already punched our ticket to the quarterfinals, where was the I meant to say we're at where we have to win this game to qualify. Like there was no. Yeah. That's sort of that you just don't understand the rules of the tournament you're playing in and in charge of.
A misspoke. No room. A misspoke is you said Ryan to your friend Brian. Am I Skippy?
Yeah, but I thought that was I just assumed that's me. You're also usually just a Skippy guy in general.
Yeah,
very
hold
animated.
On. Am I better?
Yeah, it was just that one.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna move around you're Mr. Peanut. Usually. Oh yeah, you're Skippy.
Yeah, yep. I am Skippy. All right, I gotta shut the game off. I think I had the game going in another tab. I think that was screwing me up. Are we all better?
Get Skippy again. Yep, I got you. We'll do it one more time.
Whoa! Come on over to the YouTube. Me and Scott are matching again. This happens every goddamn day. We're both wearing black. Happy Black Friday, Black Wednesday to you, my friend. What's Black Friday again? Is that that's not the Jesus died one. That's the TV.
It's just a sale.
That's the stomp on people for TVs one.
Yeah.
Which
no one even does anymore. They just shop from their homes with discounts.
On Wednesday. Yeah, it doesn't even mean anything anymore.
It lasts 4 weeks now. Yeah.
Yeah. The real Black Friday is here on ITM on the YouTube. Go subscribe over on the YouTube. And I don't know. We'll do something. Scott still owes a couple of people a couple of bucks, but we'll get to that. A misspeak is like calling your buddy Brian when his name is Ryan. That's misspeaking.
Or sometimes when I call you Steve because I just miss the old days of the show. It's like I'm not paying attention.
You weren't on the old days of the show, so
I was actually.
You were on an episode. You were on an episode.
I was on a few. Just my wife. I never made it through an episode.
Yeah. Well, what he did, dude. Here's the other thing. in trying to justify it as like a misspeak, the way he managed the game was managed by a guy who doesn't understand that like run differential is going to play a factor in whether or not you move along. There's a couple of moments where like it's clear like USA's foot was off the gas, or once it was clear that they were losing the game, that they weren't playing to get every run like you have to do in pool play. It's like not understanding the rules of the game you're playing. And people are, jumping to Mark DeRosa's defense and saying, oh, he's a good guy, he's a good manager, and like this is going to mess up his reputation. And this, it should.
Yeah, it should. Absolutely.
It doesn't mean he should never manage a baseball team again, but like in this setting, like, yeah, it should screw you over.
Yeah, no, I like the guy, but when you don't know the rules of your tournament, that's got to be a point against, right? I mean, that's got to be a penalty, I would think. That I don't know, not the best showing.
Like, can you imagine if he just like he made Logan Webb go up to bat and he was like, "Hey, that's the rules," and then afterwards was like, "By the way,
you have DH.
I misspoke when I said that's the rules." It's like, no, I saw you did it though. It's not you can't like write it off as a misspeak. I saw you do it. Anyway, WBC, it's been fun. I know that I said on the show like, I'm not really excited for it, and I still kind of stand by that. I can't watch the first like 2 or 3 games of pool play. Once we're near the end, once there's consequences, I'm in. But like, I didn't watch Czechia, Australia. I didn't. So sue me for that. I'm not so eager for baseball that I'm willing to stay up till 3 a.m. watching Czechia, Australia. I remember, I think that was the first game of the 2023 WBC was legitimately 1 a.m. Czechia, Australia. And I remember being like, that being a real moment where I tested how much I loved baseball. I'm like, am I staying up for this, or I'll wait 24 hours and watch USA, right? I'll do that. But now that the games mean something, dude, now that the games matter, now that, I don't know, it feels like there's weight to it, that the guys are playing for their lives out there, and that it's our guys doing the thing. It means a lot more. Let me run through a couple of numbies for you here. Roman Anthony is 5 for 15 with an OPS over 1,000. Masataka Yoshida, maybe you've heard of him. He's 6 for 12. That's 500 by my math. I'll double check that. 2 homers, a 1654 OPS, and one Mr. Jarren Duran, whose numbers for tonight I don't have because we're recording while that game is in the 8th inning and trying to find live stats for the WBC. Actually, I haven't even looked, so I was about to say it's really hard.
It's no bueno thus far.
I was going to lie to you guys. Yeah. Coming into the game, 5 for 10 with 3 homers, which at the time led the World Baseball Classic, and he had an OPS of 2083. That's like a Vlad at Fenway OPS. Okay, obviously, Vinny has kind of surpassed Duran right now as far as like the not just Duran, but like these 3 as the story of the WBC. He has 3 homers tonight as Italy is well on their way to beating Mexico. But up until this, dude, up until Italy's surge here, it was Roman with the home run to give USA the winning lead. What Masa is doing in Japan. For Japan, and Jarren Duran is continuing to be Jarren Duran. It really has been that the Sox have been leading all the headlines here, and I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all.
Yeah, I mean, we've been higher on Duran and Yoshida than most, I think, from a talent perspective. At least me. I don't know how you feel about Yoshida. I know you think Duran is good at baseball, but I don't know how you feel about Yoshida. I said we're going to do this later, but I think the people are going to be a lot more excited about Yoshida. That was my take going into it. If he has a good World Baseball Classic, people start talking about him again. That seems to kind of be the case. And then obviously we know Roman Anthony's generational, potential. I don't know that there's a ceiling he could reach that would shock me.
It would take quite a bit. I will say this, that I find myself constantly bringing my expectations down for Roman in the short term, because I am constantly telling myself, like, he's 21 years old. I am regularly telling myself, we can't say he's the best player on the team. We can't say he will hit 20 homers. We can't, like, the thing is, I know in a year I'll be like, yeah, we absolutely could have, because look what he did. But I have to bring the expectations down in my own head, because I feel like I feel like if I bring down my own personal expectations, somehow that affects Roman's spirit. Like, he can feel like, okay, like there's a little pressure off me. Maybe someone out there isn't demanding that I be the savior of the Red Sox. Maybe somebody out there has like a logical mind, and it's me, Romy. It's me.
He's gonna hit like 70 home runs this year. I hate to tell you. Every time he gets up, I'm like, this is the most professional at bat that's ever gonna happen in MLB history. He's poised. He doesn't care that he's about to let down Aaron Judge and Bryce Harper and Bobby Witt if he doesn't deliver. He's good. He's fine.
You know what wows me is that every single guy like that's around Roman for like 10, 20 minutes has the same fucking thing to say. And they're like, oh yeah, this is the guy. Yeah. Like, he is the dude. He's exactly who you think he is. And it's like, what could he possibly do or say in such a small amount of time that would make them think that, because like, to us, like, we can pick apart the minutia in slow motion and look at stats and advanced statistics and analytics and say, this is why Aaron Judge is a better hitter than IKF. Like, it doesn't take too much analytics. We can look at it and see, boom, bang, boom. Yeah, it's right there. But in terms of like in the real time, in the real life, these real human beings who played this baseball game together, it is a razor's edge between them. They are all professional baseball players. So what is it that makes them look at this particular 21-year-old and go, nah, he's got it. He's got something special. It wows me, because it's not like, he's got some otherworldly power, like, or something that sets him apart. It's just that he's great at every aspect of the game, but he somehow illustrates that to the people around him so quickly. He makes a believer out of everyone who meets him, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I think maturity, swing decisions, poise in the sense of like, you don't see him just like flailing at a slider because it's 3-0 and he's excited and the bases are loaded. Like, he just like doesn't let the moment catch up to him. We haven't seen that happen yet, which is pretty insane, especially when he's in these kind of environments. Like I said, like when he hit that huge single for USA yesterday, late in the game, that was something that was like, yeah, like this is their first rally. This is their best chance to really climb back into this game. As we know, like, run differential is kind of how this thing works. So just putting up, late points is just as important as winning. So just the fact that he didn't get like rattled when it's like, oh, Schwarber gets a hit and now he's up, and it's like, okay, let's not just like ambush the first pitch that's in the dirt because I'm freaking out because I'm about to let my country down if I don't figure this out. No, he just makes, spits on 2 balls away and then just rips one for a single, and looked calm as can be the whole time. I think the only thing this tournament has taught me is I think he has gotten slower, and I don't know when that happened, but he does not look he's 59th percentile last year in sprint speed, and that I didn't see even that. So that's a thing. But other than that, I think he's a god.
Yeah, I don't need him. I don't know. I mean, listen, I love a speedy, dynamic, fast guy. I love the running Red Sox. We were the biggest advocate for that. If you don't believe us, go watch the Netflix documentary where we talk about how much we love the running Red Sox. But I don't know. Do you not get like crazy anxiety about him getting hurt? I feel like he's shown no injury history whatsoever, but a guy like him, I just you want to wrap them in bubble wrap, and every turn two, every thinking two, going for two. I'm like, oh my god, watch his ankles, watch his knees. I don't know. I don't need him taking risks. I don't need him flying.
I don't really think of it with him. There are players that I guess concern me. Like Rafaela had a little collision in the Netherlands game. That one scares me. I'm scared of more of Willier because he just has the history. But with Roman, he's just like I mean, that's a weird comp going after Abreu, but he just doesn't look like he just looks so like built that it just looks like he has the build for a 162 game season. So yeah, I mean, sure. Don't get me wrong. If he had an awkward slide or something, you know, that would be the worst thing that could happen to me personally. But
yeah, I can't think of. Well, can you name like two things worse?
Like if he got hurt on a play in the semifinals, in the same pitch that he got hurt off of, Greg Weissert blew his arm off.
You got like one more thing that'd be worse?
That's one.
Yep.
And personally, like to me, if like I wanted to go out on Friday and like my friends weren't around, that would be worse.
That's just like one worse. Like what if like I don't know.
Go ahead. You got something?
I don't know. Co-host died. Big accident. Fiery crash.
Is it a season ender for Duran? I mean, Anthony? See, that's
he's getting imaging. He's getting imaging.
I misspoke on that one. That's what's supposed to happen, not when you say punch my ticket to the quarterfinals. He's getting imaging.
Yeah.
And you're dead.
Yeah.
What body part is hurt?
My whole body.
No, for him.
I'm dead. Oh.
Yeah, you're dead. What's wrong with him though?
Like,
is it like a knee? Did he
he was running. He was running through first and had an awkward collision with the first baseman.
Oh.
And he walked off of his own power, but like limped off, and he's getting some imaging. Yeah, but you can't tell where in his leg. It didn't look like anything twisted, but it was like an impact. It was an impact.
Yeah,
for sure.
that would be worse for sure. Yeah.
He didn't like put his arm around anybody to walk off though. He was standing up on his own. He walked off by himself.
Yeah, but this late towards spring training, he could have gone like the 15 day, and then he'd miss like a couple weeks.
Yeah, but no,
this team can't afford that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right.
But the Red Sox, if you die, the Red Sox could still be in playoff contention. If Roman Anthony misses 15 games, that could.
But it's the beginning of the year. It's the beginning of the year. It's the beginning of the year. You know,
every game matters the same, though. They get off to a 5-10 start.
Do you think that's really true?
Yes.
But like game 17 of the season, right? Mm-hmm. Versus like game 161.
You care about game 161, but let's say you were in a wild card spot where you're one back. Had you just won game 17, you're not in that spot. There's more pressure in those late games.
Right. But I'm saying, don't the guys play a little harder in game 161? That's what I'm saying. 100%. Every game doesn't matter the same to them. It doesn't.
No, to them is a different story. I'm speaking purely from, in this scenario, I'm talking about playoff odds. If he gets hurt and they go 5-10 to start, it doesn't matter when you go 5-10.
You're talking right brain, analytical.
Just not from a player effort standpoint, from a purely like could get them off to a start where their playoff odds go down. And we wouldn't want that. And if you died, I don't think that affects their playoff odds. In fact, it might help once they get like the patch and stuff.
Did you hear who might be replacing the injured Kyle Teal on Team Italy?
Oh, yeah. Big Mick.
Yeah, Big Mickey Gasper.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. just a handful of Red Sox elites, former Red Sox elites, the guys who will be at, the autograph signings in 5-10 years. Dude, that would be actually kind of a sweet lineup to go Kyle Teal, Mickey Gasper, autograph signing. I would go. Have you ever been to Cooperstown? I know they're gonna.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, there's this dude. There's a couple different places that do sign. Obviously, it's like every other little town in the Northeast, like a lot of the New England towns that have the little town square, small little Main Street kind of town, but it's just the whole town is baseball. So it's just like trading card shops and hat shops and vintage jersey stores and whatever. And around like inauguration week, all those stores have different signings, because they want to get
the
people
presidential, obviously.
Yeah, sometimes they'll get Obama. Sometimes they get Jimmy Carter. That one's obviously really tough to get. HW, he loved ball. He was real tough to get out there. But so once those top guys went, there's always like a crew in the middle where you're like, who? They got who? Like, oh, he was the Reds center fielder in the late 80s. I don't know him. And I would love to run into Kyle Teal and Mickey Gasper 25 years from now and tell my kid, we're going in there. And Pete Rose still did one 3 years ago. Didn't he pass? Did he pass? Did Pete Rose pass? He did. We did. In 24, he died. But in 23, guess where he was?
Making money.
Making a quick buck off the people in Cooperstown. And that's what baseball is all about. And it was it was $14 to get his signature. And if you want to learn more about that, Google Pete Rose 14. Okay, let's get to my favorite part of the show, Scott. It's time for
Let's Talk About It.
Let's talk about it. Alex Cora, he talked about it, man. That's what he did. He talked to Scott.
I just want to say this is a long quote coming in hot because he rambled. So just try and keep it, as tight as you can. Just warm up because this one's just sit back and get ready to listen to Joey for a while.
All right, should I have a little sip of water here?
Yeah, because boy, oh boy, did Alex ramble about topic number one.
Alex Cora said about Masataka Yoshida, quote, I don't know about trade value. He's a good hitter, right? End quote. The thing is, it's tough to decipher tone here, but I can hear Alex saying that. I can hear him doing his I don't know about trade value. He's a good hitter, right? But I don't know exactly what he's getting at by saying that. Because if you just read the words, it's like, I don't know about his trade value. It kind of sounds like he's saying hey, bro, he doesn't play baseball. So it's kind of hard to talk about value for him. But I don't think that's what he's saying. Do you?
I kind of do. I think I don't know. He's probably just saying he's probably. If the thing I'd like to know that wasn't super clear by Tim Healy at Boston Globe, I would like to know, was the question, do you think you'll trade Yoshida? Because if that's the case, going with, well, I don't even know if you could trade this guy. I mean, he's a good hitter, I guess. Yeah. Like he could hit, but I don't even know. If the question is, can you rate the value? What do you think Masataka Yoshida's trade value is?
Yeah.
Then he's probably just like, I don't know, the dude mashes, who cares?
If the question was, what do you think of Masataka Yoshida? And his answer was, I don't know about his trade value. That is funny.
I mean, what I'll add to that is that, he this was in a larger article about just questions facing the Red Sox, and that was Cora's response about the trade rumors, which is kind of nuts to me. I guess you're right. It could be more like dismissive, like more of like a, hey, like that's not. I don't do trades. Like, don't talk to me about that. Like, I just don't want to talk about this. But
Yeah.
it was an interesting response to me on March 11th to not just go like, hey, look, it's March 11th. Like, we're here to, this is the team. Like for him to not like shut that door was interesting to me. Healy did also note that with Profar suspended, that the Braves could be a destination because they need a DH now. So that's still something we're going to talk about for a while. Could Yoshida be moved? He, he's a 3-WAR player in 3 seasons, hit 282 in his career with a 109 OPS plus. He's still a good hitter. He's above average hitter. But he's really defensively a DH, and if you're 9% better than league average, you're probably not going to be the best DH in the world. So
No.
it's a tough spot. But I do think there is another level for him to hit. If he could just keep like a Japan, not even jersey, but just a patch on, if we could get something there, I think he could really mash. Because then I'd say 40 home runs at least.
Let him put a pin on his hat or something,
If he could do that, if the league lets him, that's easily, I'd say the over-under is 35 home runs, and he doesn't need to play every day.
If we can guarantee that Masataka Yoshida hits 500, we can put a dome on Fenway. We can make it look like the Tokyo Dome, if that would help.
I think he would. If you put a dome at Fenway.
Here's the thing. I think he would prefer that there's a dome. I think probably every player would prefer.
I don't know.
Every player who has played for the Red Sox for more than a season or two. Yep.
Pretty sure Yoshida rakes in Toronto.
And Toronto is a dome.
A dome.
Yeah. And right now, oh no, they're not. Never mind. I was going to say Houston. That's not, their pool is not in Houston. But watch out for them. To go to Jerks and Profile really quick, because you brought him up. I was telling that story, his story, to my girlfriend, and just about how he was this highly touted guy and had a lot of pressure on him, high draft pick, and then never really amounted to much. And it was kind of a bummer. And then out of nowhere, late in his 20s, he finally emerged, and it wasn't with the team that drafted him, and came out of nowhere, and he had this awesome year and kind of a fan favorite. And then it came out that he was juicing, but it was like testosterone or blood pump. There was something, and he put out some statement where he was like, I really didn't know, I made a mistake, and people forgave him. And he came back and he had another pretty good year. And now it came out that he's doing it again, and he's suspended for, and she was like genuinely bummed. It was like, I was starting to care about this guy just from that little story. I started to root for him in this 30 seconds. I started to root for him. And it's like, yeah, imagine how that feels over the course of a couple of years. Like it stinks. The Profar thing really does stink.
I mean, if you hate
Yoshida traded, it's all worth the baby.
It's really unfortunate for Profar because you hate when you're injecting testosterone and you have no idea.
No clue.
That's something you do with a needle, and when you're just waking up just being like, how did this keep happening to me? I keep injecting test in my sleep.
Are we sure he didn't just get like a for hims?
No.
Because you can get testosterone from them. You can get T pills from them, I hear.
Yeah. What? You hear?
I hear.
This does not sound.
My beard is 3 times as thick this show. I look like a wolf man. That'd be funny, huh? That'd be funny. That'd be pretty silly. Get it? Because it'd be like, it'd be like, holy shit, Joe, have you been taking? Oh man. Oh man, that would get
testosterone. Yeah, that's tough to just slip into. You hate when that happens. Twice. Who would have thought? The second time he was more careful too.
I know.
In his sleep or whatever he was doing.
Speaking of sleep, dude, we got to talk about Romy Gonzalez. Tim Healy wrote on Saturday, quote, with Romy Gonzalez, the question is no longer about the first day of the season. It's about the first half and maybe beyond. Gonzalez expects to find out in the coming days whether he will need surgery to repair his left shoulder, which has not healed the way the Red Sox hoped and may well create a significant opening on their bench. That sucks. It sucks. There's no way around it. It's going to be a significant injury for this team. And I did not expect to say that about Romy Gonzalez. Romy felt like bonus production last year. But coming into this season, we all just kind of banked on it again. Maybe not to the same extent, but we banked on Romy's production a lot. And if we're talking about missing Romy for the whole year, which is what I'm jumping right to, it's the Boston Red Sox. If they say it's half the season, it's the season. Then you are talking about a massive offensive hole on a team that is going to be winning baseball games on the aggregate and is going to be finding its offense and scoring runs from all 9 spots in the lineup. I think it's a bigger injury than people are realizing right now, I think.
That's kind of my whole take. I brought a couple of numbers out to the table. I don't like to do this. I don't like to bring up numbers. I don't like math. I don't even like to accidentally do math.
You don't even like to count.
If I find myself counting by accident, I'm not happy about it. But this is a guy that I still like, even saying, oh, he's underrated, he's asleep or whatever. I still think, I want you to think about that like an underrated Red Sox role player. I still think he's a level above. I had a very similar scenario the other day when I said, hey, that drawer, we used to have all of our old ketchup packets in my drawer. And my friend said, oh, okay. And then he opened it and he said, whoa, that was still more ketchup than I anticipated. That's Romy hitting 305 with 9 homers and 53 RBIs. Last year with an 826 OPS, 128 OPS plus in 96 games. That's the exact same scenario.
Wow.
Against the lefties, he hit 331 with a 978 OPS. Do you know the only 2 players that have a higher OPS last year than 978?
I'm going to say Aaron Judge.
And this one's not hard either. It's not a trick.
Is Shohei Ohtani?
Yep. Those are the only 2 players in the world better than Romy Gonzalez when he's facing a lefty, at least in 2025. That's pretty stupid, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
That's stoopy, as the kids say.
Yeah.
And now Ref Snyder's gone this year, and so it's big shoes to fill for Nate Eaton and Andrew Monasterio.
Well, and another guy, because Tim Healy went on to say defensively skilled Andrew Monasterio found success against left-handed pitchers while with the Brewers last year, and he has drawn consistent praise from Alex Cora in recent weeks. A utility man, Nick Sogard, is the other infield-centric option, end quote. So that's who we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing Monasterio. We're going to be seeing Nick Sogard. Actually, Monasterio might still get the starting job. Remember, it's not Myers. He has to earn it. So who even knows? It could be Nick Sogard's job. We don't know, AC. It could be anybody's job. But yeah, no, it's going to be Sogard and Monasterio off the bench in his place. You're a big Nick Sogard guy, aren't you?
Yeah, in the sense of like I'm a fan and rooting for him, and he's just like a good, solid player. Like he's the guy I want in September when your depth is absolutely obliterated and you just need a guy to like have professional at-bats at the back of the lineup and play solid defense. It's not so much that I'm like pushing for him for the starting second baseman role. It's more just like that's the exact guy I want as the guy that gets called up and down a couple times and will just, keep the lineup rolling. Keep the game rolling.
What about him in Romy's role? Maybe not a platoon guy just to face lefties or anything like that, but a guy who gets into 80, 90 games.
I think I would rather have Monasterio and Eaton in the moment ahead of them. I would have those 2 ahead. I think Monasterio first of all, did really well against lefties last year, and second of all, seems to be coming into his own. So I'm actually pretty high on him. And then Nate Eaton can flat out hit. I just hope he increases his IQ over the offseason. Maybe played some chess or something. That's my only concern. Like, Eaton as an athlete is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So I also want him ahead of Sogard. But yeah, if it got down to it and Sogard had to play 90 games, I don't think that destroys the team. But that's certainly not my preference. I would feel better than most. To me, that's not like, oh man, we got this guy out here. Like a lot of people would start to say, like, we got Nick Sogard at second base, and we're at $300 million salary, whatever. We certainly don't.
105 OPS plus for Nate Eaton last year.
Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah,
Kid can swing it.
He can play anywhere, and he's fast.
Do you want to guess his OPS plus with KC in 23? If you can guess, everybody knows Nate Eaton's OPS plus with KC in 2023. But
how many games did he play?
He played 28 games.
Okay, so that doesn't 116.
Negative 43, which
right.
I didn't know you could do. Didn't know you could do.
Yeah, you did, because your good buddy Bobby Dahlbeck was doing that all year.
Dude, that's not fun. And instantly stopped being funny. It instantly stopped being funny.
Yeah. Well, he proved that you can get a negative 100 OPS plus.
I forgot about that.
Good guy, though, rooting for him in Japan. I hope he has a big, big season in Japan.
It's like he got
They don't throw
skinnier. I don't know. It's like I'm concerned. Like, I look at him, I'm like, Bobby, are you eating? I feel like you're not eating. Oh man, dude. Bobby's OPS plus numbers are bad. Can I read them?
Yeah, of course. You're the only one that, you're basically making fun of yourself right now.
This is going from 2020 to 2024 with the Red Sox.
Yep.
His OPS plus went 149,
Great.
107,
Great.
80, 54,
Ooh.
18.
He had a strong second half to get that 18, though.
He did have a strong second half to get the 18.
He saved
and he had
his
a
season
bomb.
with 18.
And he had a bomb. He hit a homer. What do you want him to do, man? He hit 133 and had a bomb. Sorry, Bobby. But he had to do so average to be like beloved here. And that's asking a lot to be like a major league base. All he had to do was be a major league baseball player. Like, I understand it's a big ask, but at the same time,
no, you're right, though.
Was the red carpet laid out for him to just like be loved.
He was getting like MVP chance with like a 110 OPS plus.
Yeah.
If he hits 265, he's getting MVP chance for no reason.
I bought his jersey in a moment. And I think I told you it was like before they were selling his jersey. I had to custom make his jersey.
That's insane. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Man. Well, you win some, you lose some.
He lost a lot.
In other news, Tim Healy reported on Saturday, Matty Thaiss is impressing people here. Alex Cora said, quote, his swing is really good. He's left-handed. He's been able to control the pitching staff. He's a guy who has been catching our eye, end quote. I don't know much about Matty Thaiss. I don't. And I'm not going to pretend to. No, but I bet you do.
Nope. I can tell you he has. So this is interesting for a few reasons. I think this is more of like Thaiss has been okay, and Connor Wong's bar is so insanely low. It's crazy. If he can't hit anymore, he's not good at catching baseballs. So at that point, the good defensive catcher that the pitchers really are fond of becomes really appealing. I'll tell you one thing that was already mentioned there, him being a lefty. Let me ask you something. Narvaez, righty, Thaiss, lefty, Wong, righty. Does Alex Cora, Joey, and you talk about this sometimes, does he prefer a perfect platoon if he can get one?
Alex Cora, you're saying?
Yeah.
You don't. Sorry, because you said Joey. Because you said
No,
Cora,
not
and
Joey
then you
Cora.
said
That's his
Joey.
brother. Yeah.
Joey Cora is his brother.
Yeah.
You meant Alex Cora.
I was saying Joey. I was talking to you. Joey was
Me.
to say
Joey.
this
Says it
conversation
right
goes
there.
to Joey Copponi. I'm asking
Yep.
Joey Copponi
Me.
about Alex Cora's platoon preferences.
Oh, he prefers a perfect platoon. Yeah.
Yeah. Secondarily, if you don't feel good about your backup catcher situation, do you think you'd rather have like a lack of options or like more people to choose from?
Probably more, right?
Right, correct. 2 for 2.
Yeah.
You're on fire. Thaiss has an upward mobility clause, which basically just means that at a certain point in the season, it's usually very early on, he has like a day or two to see if another team will take him. And then if they are interested, he's gone, gets out of his contract. And if nobody wants him, then he can choose to stay or hit free agency, depending, or go to AAA, depending on what he wants to do. But that means that you can't just stash him if there is interest from the league, which would pretty much just take like an injury or two, given his, I guess, experience. Like he would be pretty high on the depth chart, as like a second catcher. So yeah, I mean, I think this is very real. We were talking about, as much as Connor Wong, people aren't thrilled with him. He's been on the team for 5 years at the big league level, and it's just like, if you can't hit, you suck at catching. Let's just get a guy that can at least play the position defensively and is a perfect platoon with Narvaez and gives like more logical opportunities instead of Wong, who was just kind of like randomly getting games in there based on either rest or one catcher that might like him. I think, was it Bayo? I think maybe liked him.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. I
mean,
think this is a very real thing.
He's pretty consistently over the last 3 years, just to give people an idea of who Matt Thaiss is.
Just dangerous at the plate.
He's so consistently not dangerous at the plate. His OPS the past few years, going backwards from 2025, is 638, 622, 659, 640. And he's all over the place in terms of games, ranging from 29 to 95. He's fine. He's fine. Is he the guy that gets the job over Wong? There's a couple of things that make me say maybe not. And it's because Connor Wong is also on one of those deals where, much like Jarren Duran, where his 6 years here are actually about 9.5 years, because he is a free agent in 2029. Connor Wong is not ARB eligible. I don't know how that's the case, but he is not ARB eligible. He will be a free agent in 2029. So do I think they give up on Connor Wong? No. And part of it, honestly, this is going to be a hot take here.
He has an option, but go ahead.
I think that they wouldn't release, they wouldn't DFA, they wouldn't option. I don't think that they want to do any of those things with Connor Wong because you know exactly what it's going to stir up in the media.
Yeah.
Because as somebody who writes headlines for a living, you know that headline is the final piece of the Mookie Betts trade is gone. And because that's what it will be. And the thing is, on this show, I will have a dialogue ready. I will have a whole diatribe ready to go. Mm-hmm. And I think we'll all be correct for it. And I think that they actually are avoiding. I think part of it is not wanting to stir all that up again.
I don't know. I think they almost target it lately. I mean, they traded so many people from the Devers trade already. It feels intentional. Like they traded Jordan Hicks, Kyle Harrison, and Tibbs in the span of like 4 months. Like it felt
but they got Dustin May for that. So that's like,
That's true. They did. You get and lose Dustin May in that process as well.
Yeah. But with that, I think that's kind of like
That's for funsies.
that's like money laundering almost. It's like they're recycling and they're running it through the wash to make you forget about it. There is no Devers guy anymore. There is no Devers return. It's been reintegrated back in. And remember the money that they saved on Devers, remember they've already spent it too. Remember? They already reinvested it into the team. So don't
Into
be
players
waiting for that.
have.
There is no guy coming that we got from Devers, and there's no money coming. It's all taken care of. Don't worry about a thing. Thank you, Sam.
It's so funny that is such an important topic that was a Thaiss versus Wong discussion that ended up being about the Devers trade. So we're over it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, well, I mean, good luck getting us over it. Good luck. Why would we? Why would we ever get over any of this stupid shit? Like, I don't know. They could win 3 in a row. I'd still be like, it was fucking stupid to trade Mookie. It was stupid to trade Devers. It was stupid that you let Xander get to free agency. It was stupid that you traded Devers to give the job to Bregman and then wouldn't pay Bregman. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, winning doesn't solve everything. It just, like, if they won with, the 28th payroll, which I understand, like their payroll's higher this year than it was in years past, but I would still sit there and think like, cheap bastards. Like, I had a great time at the parade, but like, cheap bastards. I can still think that. I can still hate them long after every piece of this Devers trade has, retired from the game of baseball. I can still think it was stupid and talk about it. So
I have a feeling you will.
You'll have to pry this microphone from my cold dead hands. Well, I'll still be ranting about how goddamn stupid this was. That one, I think it's worse than Mookie, to be honest with you, because like
way worse.
The more it sits with me, the dumber that one feels. It's like Mookie was like, it was the start, and obviously a bigger superstar, and all these things.
Yeah, but
it really.
Two things with that, though. Mookie had 1 year left, so something was going to happen. And two, it took a long time to we had multiple years of Verdugo starting in right field, Wong coming up. Like, there were pieces that actually made some level of impact. The Devers trade is already done.
Yeah, we don't have anything for it. It's gone. It's gone. It's just dumb. Like, I see him in black and orange, and I just go, that's stupid. Why? That's so dumb that you would do that. It's not. I'm not even mad about it. I think I just look at it and think, what a silly little move. What a silly little dumbass thing to do.
It's pretty much Durbin and Monasterio and Jose Bayo for him. What did we get Durbin from the White Sox?
I mean, honestly, getting Durbin out of it. I don't want to even lump him in because I understand that he's part of it, but he's not entirely.
No, he won't get the heat for it.
Yeah.
It's too far removed. People aren't going to do that.
No. Because also the deal for him wasn't strictly.
Harrison is the problem.
It was.
He does well.
But I'm saying the return in the Durbin deal was Harrison and who?
It was for Durbin, somebody Monasterio, and somebody else. But
Kyle Harrison trade.
Was that Sandlin? That was Hicks.
Six-player deal.
Oh, David Hamilton and Shane Drohan.
Yeah, so that's not the Devers trade. Like, it's no longer
it's a piece of it. It's the headliner.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I agree. Like, let's not keep talking about it with that cloud over. But I'm just saying that is part of the.
I just don't want to give them the fucking credit that like they got Caleb Durbin for Rafael Devers because they didn't even do that.
They could. Like, I mean, if that's the credit you want to go for, like, I'm okay with that. Like, I don't think people are like, oh, if you throw Durbin in now, it doesn't seem so stupid.
I'm saying you can't even give them that. It's like
Okay.
it's like I'm saying like, oh, you got to give this trade like a 6 out of 100, and people going, well, you could give it a 9 out of 100. I'm going, no, you fucking can't. You fucking can't. It's a 6. Because they did not get Duran. Whatever. That's and that's Matty Thaiss.
It's Matty Thaiss for you versus Connor Wong.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be a big battle.
Spring training.
Who gets the job? Only on Nesson. All of your favorite spring training moments live on the Nesson 360 app.
Sound the music, Joey.
Don't ever tell me.
You can.
I'll play the music when I play the music. You go.
Okay, I got one. Ready?
All right.
I just found out through a commercial that MLB opening night is on Netflix, and I hate it.
What?
And I didn't think we were doing that with baseball yet. I knew we were doing it with random streaming services and in football, but it is so annoying to do those Netflix football games like on Thanksgiving, whatever. And the fact that we're doing that in baseball is upsetting.
What? March 25th, a special opening night showdown between the Yankees and Giants on Netflix. Are you for positive, man? Oh my god, it's on Netflix.
Either that or they had a very confusing ad for it.
This standalone game between the two historic franchises will air on Netflix. Netflix will also broadcast MLB's opening night game for the 27 and 28 seasons.
There we go.
Oracle Park, 8:05. Dude, Devers versus Yankees on Netflix. Devers Yankees on Netflix. Come on.
They're doing their own like broadcast crew thing too. They're getting CC Sabathia, and then they're gonna probably bring in a Giants guy. And every time they do these broadcasts, they stink. I do think CC Sabathia is actually pretty good on mic, but maybe I'm just thinking of Apple and how stale they are with all of their black and white graphics and just garbage.
Yeah, but have you seen them do the Helvetica font? It's so simple and minimal.
I was literally just going to make a joke about the font. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm sure Netflix will do a much better job broadcasting than Apple TV, but that's what comes into my brain when I think of MLB live stream broadcast. So, I saw something there and I said, I hate that. And that's exactly why we have this. That's exactly the kind of thought for this segment.
There are just so few good baseball broadcasts. I feel like so few people out there. It's like a dying art.
Well,
I think
yeah,
SNY,
no one's broadcasting anymore.
SNY, great broadcast crew. Great.
They
top to bottom.
Even the guy that did like the camera work that was all cool is gone now.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay, SNY was cool.
Well, that one I believe needed to happen.
Why? What happened? Am I missing something?
He was. I mean, who's cheating on his wife with cameraman's daughter or whatever? During road trips.
What? No, dude.
That was a rumor.
John, dude, my John
to be honest,
DeMarco served as the lead broadcast director.
I don't even know if that's like definitely confirmed. That might have been more of like a Twitter rumor, but that was out allegedly. I should say certainly allegedly.
Well, damn. I feel like he just started to get a ton of
Yeah.
um, flowers.
He called it different creative direction.
No,
So
well, sounds it. Self-described film junkie and blah 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 blah. Yeah, damn, dude. Well, I hope people learn from him and copy him because, man, those were great to watch,
to be
and
honest,
it feels like baseball. I don't know, make it cinema because I don't know, especially with the game speeding up. Like you got to adapt with it because I'm all for just like a slow shot of the crowd on this Thursday evening. There's a bit of mist falling, but shouldn't delay the game all too much. Like I'm all for that. But that's not what the game is right now. Game's a little faster. Needs a little bit of this. Needs the drama. Needs the cinema. Anyway,
I like it.
Netflix is going to stink at making a broadcast. Nobody even has a good broadcast.
All right. I'll go again.
Do it.
I am being framed in my complex, and I'm not happy about it.
Oh God, what now?
And there's no way to get out of this. I tried my best, but there's no way I can make myself not look like a bad person. So
What have you done?
I live in the first, townhouse of this place, and so a lot of times
You have an end unit.
because I have an end unit that says number one, for some reason, certain packages will just get put on my doorstep that aren't mine. And so then I have to walk over and put it in the mailroom. And that should be my biggest complaint. But I actually have one even worse than that, if you can imagine it.
Oh my God. Okay.
Also, sometimes these packages aren't there anymore. And it's happened to me before where it just disappears and we don't know what happened. I yesterday came back home and I had a piece of paper on my door step.
Oh no.
And it said, "Hello, I live in blank unit. My package was delivered to your door on March 3rd. Can I have my package, please? The proof photo shows your door and number." And so it makes it very much look like I stole this package, and there's no way to prove that I didn't, because at one point it certainly was on my doorstep, and then somebody took it and moved it or stole it. And so
Oh geez.
there's quite literally no way for me to. I sent a text being like, "Sorry, I don't have it," but how can you? There's no way to like prove myself. Yeah, clear my name. It looks like I just stole it and said, "Sorry, I don't have it."
Did you explain? Hey, I never saw that before in my life. Or
Sure,
hey,
I did.
Did you say like, hey, let me just break this down for you? I'm the guy who's very regularly bringing everyone's packages over to the mailroom.
I did, and I said, I just asked my roommate. Neither of us have seen a package. We do it all the time, but we haven't had to do it since March 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
And, she said, okay, thank you, but I don't believe it. I think she's going to see me.
No, expect a knock from the fucking feds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it looks like I stole her package and just said, sorry, it never showed up here. Because also, if it was on my doorstep for like a week, I go through the garage, so I don't see it. But the odds of me not seeing a package for a week and just being like, sorry, I haven't seen it, it sounds like such a lie. Like I was like, how do I frame myself? I can't. I just gotta deal with the framing. So I'm a villain. Move.
Unfortunately, this one's gonna be on you.
Yep. So my thought is I have to move now, which isn't the worst thing in the world because I haven't had heat in 2 months and I have holes in my wall. But
I forgot that
nice
when I showed up at your place, because we saw each other since the last show, which is a rarity for us. But when I showed up at your joint, I was like, it's a little chilly in here. Oh, yeah, he's been complaining about that for a while
Yeah,
now.
it's real. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially down there. Jeez
Apparently
Louise.
first floor's tough. By April, this should be all sorted out.
Nice. By Memorial Day, the heat will be working.
Yep. Well, we don't have air conditioning either in this situation, so gonna need that.
Well, at least you do. Yeah, it is funny to have it fixed in April, which is like the most temperate. Like, no, it's the month where it's 64 degrees all month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
and cold at night.
You.
So you'll be good at night too. Yeah. What do you got?
So I did that thing where I held up this movie. Go over to the YouTube.
Yeah.
I held up this movie and I was like, dude, if anybody, whatever, I'll send you $3, right? So somebody tweeted at me.
Yep.
Borat. And I replied, drop the Venmo.
Mm-hmm.
And then a second guy at Borat, at Joey Copponi, Borat. And I replied to him, drop the Venmo. 5 minutes later, I get a new follow. And a guy says, Joey Copponi, Borat. And I was like, drop the Venmo. And I went and I Venmo'd those 3 guys. That third guy, though, that followed right away, I was like, wait a second. And I went,
Just the same guy?
Not a Red Sox guy, not a Boston guy, whatever. And I go to his replies. And he had definitely just searched, drop the Venmo, and found me. Like, he just searched, drop the Venmo, and then was just seeing people who were like doing giveaways or something, which fuck you. But like, I mean, I guess that whatever, man, do your thing. Since I sat down at this show, because I sent $3 to him and $3 to a couple other people, whatever. But he fuck you, dude. He requested $10 more and said, I heart Borat, crying emoji. I love, thank you. This dude thinks that I'm just giving away money to Borat fans or something. And now he's asking for $10.
And he can come back.
I want to message him and be like, dude, who do you think I am, man? Do you think I'm just giving money to the biggest Borat fans I can find? Anyway, that's all I got. That's all my thoughts. Yeah,
Go Sox.
And at the end of the day, subscribe to the YouTube. You can follow us on the socials at ITM_pod. You can follow me at Joey Copponi. You can follow him at Scott Neville 46, just like. And you can find us on YouTube. Do the YouTube. That was brainwashing. I hope you feel squeaky clean upstairs and in your downstairs. Who cares, man? It's after dark. We can say whatever the hell we want. Wow. Cheers. For Scott Neville, I'm Jarren Duran. Go Sox, kid.